It's 6:47. He sits at the table, plugs in headphones, grunts when you ask about his day, sighs when you ask again. Your shoulders drop. You eat carefully. You think you're keeping the peace, but you're teaching him his mood runs the house. You're not a bad mom. You're tired. He's testing whether anyone in this house is stronger than his mood. I'm Max. I was the moody son at the dinner table. Here's what happens when we tiptoe around him and the 3 things you need to stop doing tonight. It's 6:47 p.m. You've made the meal he used to like. He sits down, plugs in headphones, and starts scrolling. You ask one small question, he grunts. You ask again, softer this time. He sighs like you've insulted him. And just like that, your shoulders drop. The rest of dinner happens around him, not with him. You eat carefully, you don't push. Look, I want to tell you something that's going to feel wrong at first. I'm going to say it anyway. Walking on eggshells is making it worse. Not a little worse, a lot worse. I'm not a therapist. I'm the guy who at 19 spent an entire year hiding in a rented room in Barcelona while my mother back home thought I was studying and making new friends. I had a gym membership I paid for and never used. I memorized all 50 US state capitals because I was fantasizing about a life that wasn't this one. I was the moody teenager who became a moody young adult. So when I tell you this, I'm not speaking from a clinic. I'm speaking from the inside of the bedroom door. Here's what happens when we tiptoe around him. We make him the weather. The whole room, the younger sibling, the dog, the meal you cooked, bends around his mood. And his nervous system learns one thing fast. My discomfort runs this house. We didn't mean to teach him that, but we did teach him that. Let me say that again. His discomfort runs the house, and we taught him that. Now hear me out. You are not a bad mother. You are a tired one who has been carrying this alone, and you chose peace because peace was what was on the menu at 6:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? That is not failure. That is exhaustion. Let's be clear about this because those are 2 different things. However, the cost is real. Quick aside, if you want to go deeper on what's actually happening in his head when this dynamic sets in, join the community. Links in the description. There's a free workshop in there that breaks this down with way more nuance than I can fit in here. Okay, back to it. The thing nobody tells you about teenage boys in this exact spot is this. They aren't escalating to win. They're escalating because they don't feel a wall. A teenage boy is half grown into an adult body with the impulse control of a much younger kid. And what he's unconsciously testing every meal, every door slam is one question. Is anyone in this house stronger than my mood? Because if no one is, he is the most powerful person in the room, and that is fucking terrifying to him. And the craziest part about it, he won't say it or even know it consciously, but it's true. So what does he actually want? Not freedom or space. He wants a floor. The eggshell house is a house with no floor. And a kid with no floor doesn't relax. He spirals. Dr. Lisa D'Amour writes about this in her work on adolescence. The apparent rage in a teenage boy is more often than not a request for containment. He doesn't need you to match his volume. He needs you to be unbothered by it. Those are very different things. So what do we actually do? 3 things. 1, stop matching his energy in both directions. You're already not matching his anger. Good. But you're matching his withdrawal by going quiet too. Don't. Stay you. Stay warm. Stay normal. Talk to the younger sibling. Talk to the dog. Hum while you do the dishes. The signal isn't, I'm ignoring you. It's, the world keeps going and you're welcome back in it whenever you want. 2, don't ask twice in a small voice. Ask once, clearly, like an adult speaking to another adult. If he grunts, fine. You said your thing. You don't soften it. You don't apologize for asking. You don't follow up at 9 p.m. with a long text trying to repair what didn't break. 3, let him be uncomfortable. This is the hard one. The whole eggshell instinct exists to keep him comfortable. But comfort is exactly what is keeping him stuck. A teenage boy in a comfortable cocoon will stay in that cocoon until something cracks it open. And that something doesn't have to be cruel. It just has to be steady. A mother who isn't afraid of his bad mood is the crack. Now, zoom out for a second. Every culture before ours had some version of an initiation. Some moment, often uncomfortable, often confusing, where the boy got told, the children's table is over there. The men's work is over here. Pick. We don't have that anymore. We outsourced it to school, but school isn't doing it. So the modern teenage boy is stuck in a no man's land, too old to be coddled, too young to be alone, getting all his identity cues from a screen because nobody at home is acting like the floor. You can be the floor. You don't need a husband in the house to do it. You don't need to be loud about it. You just need to stop flinching. I want to be honest about something because I'd hate to leave you with the impression I have this figured out. I'm not a parent yet. I haven't run this play in real time. I'm telling you what I needed when I was the teenager, what I wish my own mom had done, what I wish anyone had done, what every adult man I've talked to about his dark teenage years has agreed with. That's the credibility I'm offering. Take it for what it's worth. One small thing tonight, just one. The next time he grunts at dinner, don't shrink. Don't fill the silence with apologies. Don't ask twice. Eat your meal, talk to the rest of the table. Be a person, not a hostage. See what happens by Wednesday. That's it.